All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the final presentation of LCU basketball on the Red Line Network as we have a women's showdown between the Comets of Cottey College and, of course, your Lincoln Christian University Lady Red Lions. And I'm Assistant Sports Information Director Jared Glassford. So glad that you guys could join us tonight. And we're going to go ahead and give you the starters as we get to it. It's starting for the 11-15 Comets. We got Sarah Montesiosa, the 5'8" freshman from Madrid, Spain. She's going to start alongside Jada Valley, the 5'6" freshman wearing number 5. Darren Akdenez, the freshman from Izmir, Turkey, is going to start alongside Olivia Pruitt. Pruitt on the year, a very dangerous scorer as she is averaging about 17 points per game, so look for her name to be mentioned a lot for the Lady Comets, and she's going to start alongside Sarah Musson, the 5'7" freshman from Bentonville, Arkansas. And for your LC Red Lions, Savannah Powell-Goodman gets the nod at 5'6" out of Republic, Missouri. She'll start alongside Leah Yanko, the 5'3" point guard from East Peoria, Illinois. Michaela Rosenberry out of Mahana, Illinois, the sophomore at 5'11", will start alongside the senior Michaela Smith at 5'7" out of Chillicothe, Illinois. And the big center coming down low at 6'1" at Assistney, Illinois. That is Jocelyn Hall. LCU coached by Christian Lowry, Jason Lord, Becca Adams, and Amos Arbogast. As always, coming into this one, kind of hot finish right now, 9-13, and they have won 4 out of their last 5 matchups coming into this one. The lone loss at Grace Christian in Michigan in February, but they've won 2 in a row. One of them being Saturday, that game against Maranatha Baptist, a 64-58 defeat over the Lady Sabercats. A very hard-fought victory. We'll see if they can end it off with a victory at home. Here we go. The opening tip is off, and we're underway. Smith has it for LCU to open up things here. Cottey College opens up in a man defense. Smith going to kick it in the corner. Yanko, she fires a 3. That's no good. Rebounded by the Comets, and they're going to get their first possession of this one. But that one bobbled away. Nearly got a hand on his pal Goodman, but Cottey able to get it over as Mondesioso throws that nearly out of bounds. LCU coming back the other way. Rosenberry running the floor back to Michaela Smith. Smith has to look and get rid of it, and she gives it to Yanko. And Yanko will slow things up and start the offense for the Lady Red Lions. So Smith has it over the left side. Hall sets a screen. They look down for that pass, just a little short. Got to be higher, especially going to Jocelyn Hall with a height advantage coming off a 20-12 performance Saturday against Maranatha Baptist. So Cottey gets their second possession of the game. That shot no good. Rebounded by Leah Yanko. Yanko running the floor. And she'll slow things up, and here we go. Smith over on the left side. Ooh, she drives it. Pat Powell-Goodman open on the top. That's no good. Gets her on rebound, though. She goes up and scores, and we got our first basket of the game. So Cottey College looking to match now. As Musson brings it down. Gives it to Montesdioca. Back up top to Akdenez. And that is going to be a first foul of the game as Jocelyn Hall picks up her first and team's first. That will put Jada Valley, the 5'6" freshman from Girard, Kansas, to the free throw line as she's able to knock down the first. Right now on the year, 53% free throw shooter, coming in averaging 5.8 points per game. So like number she'd like to see improve as the second one's no good. So she goes 1 for 2 from the line to make it a 2-1 game with 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the opening quarter play. Smith has it for the Red Lions. Gives it up top. They reverse it back to Yanko. In the game plan right now, trying to hit Hall down low. She just can't get open. Smith runs it. Has to get rid of it. She tries to go over to Rosenberry. Rosenberry covers. Shot clock down to 5. Powell-Goodman has it up top. She turns and fires, and that's good. A shot to break the end of the shot clock from from Savannah Powell-Goodman. And she gets her first basket to go. It's a 4-1 ball game. Valley has it. Goes back up top, and that's stolen away by Rosenberry. No one to break. She goes through and scores it. So a 6-1 run to open things up for the Lady Red Lions. As they're playing exceptionally well on the defensive end to start this one off. So they go back up top to Pruitt. Pruitt been kind of quiet in the opening stages of this one. Got to get her going if you're Cottey College. The three put up by Valley, in and out, that's no good. But Montdesiosa gets the rebound, but shot no good. We're going back the other way, but Smith has a tip from behind, but she's able to gain control. She goes up, and that shot is fouled, so she's going to the line to shoot 2. As Sarah Musson picks up her first, and that will put Michaela Smith to the line. Michaela Smith playing her final game in the Red Lion uniform. She was honored as well as Audrey Henningsen on Saturday. She's able to knock down the first for all their hard work and dedication to open up over the last 5 years for both of them for this Red Lions program. But she's able to knock down the first. And she goes 2 for 2 to extend the lead. So an 8-1 run to open things off here, as we are just over 3 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. So 6:50 to go. Here we go. Pruitt has it. Receives a screen. She drives middle. Yanko. Good defense by Yanko, but Pruitt spins baseline. They're just able to overpower there to cut the lead down to 5. So it's an 8-3 ball game. Here we go. Pal Goodman over the left side. Runs off a screen from Jocelyn Hall. And, yep, she walked with that one. That'll be a turnover. We're going back the other way as we got our first sub coming to the game as Taylor Kuntz, the 5'9 sophomore out of Rich Hill, Missouri, by way of Rich Hill High School, checks into the game for the Comets. Here we go. Cottey now with the ball on offense. They trail by 5. Pruitt gets to the middle. Runs off of Pal Goodman. And they're going to call foul on Pal Goodman. So right now, if you are LCU, the game plan, you see it in back-to-back possessions. Pruitt trying to get to the middle and right to the rim with a reckless abandon. A couple times in a row, she's lowered the shoulder. Your LCU got to be ready to take the charge up top. Is that shot no good? It goes out of bounds. It'll be LCU basketball. So red line ball now. Cottey's still in the man defense as they have been for the duration of this one. Hall gets the ball up top. They go back to Pal Goodman. She fires a 3. That's no good. Rebounded by the Comets. And Nack Denise has it. And it got away with an arm bar at the beginning of that possession, but no one called it. As she goes in again. Pruitt once again trying to lower her shoulder and go to the rim. But great defense on the perimeter by LCU. Is that one nearly stolen away? Valley has to just throw one up there. That's no good. Here comes LCU now. Rosenberry running the floor. Has to dump it down. Hall, the shot fake and goes no good. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by LCU. We're going the other way. Is Cottey with another step coming in. We've got Lauren Jones, the 5'8 sophomore from Greenfield, Missouri. So Coach Lowry sending Rosenberry up to create some light pressure on the ball handlers. They bring it up. So here we go now. Musson kicks over to Pruitt. They go back up top to Kuntz. Jones has it. She rips baseline, kicks it back up. Valley, the 15-footer on her way, is good. An excellent play right there by Cottey College. It's a 3-point ball game now with 4:30 to go in the first quarter. Smith over on the left side. Dumps it down to Jocelyn Hall. Kind of a quiet first half, and they're an offensive foul. If she gets Rosenberry that one, that's her first. And after letting a couple arm bars go on the Cottey College side, they hit her with the offensive foul in Rosenberry. So Hall will take a seat. And Annabelle Schoper, the 5'10 freshman from Gentry, Arkansas, checks into the game for the LCU. We're at number 44. Pruitt, once again, great defense by LCU on her, and Pal Goodman just got shoved to the ground by Pruitt, and they finally call the foul. So Pruitt gets her first foul of the game. Here we go now. Yanko gives to Smith on the left side. Schoper sets a screen. They try to roll back to her, and they do. Schoper just lost it, and we're going back the other way. Into the game now for the Lady Red Lions, Avery Seidel. The 5'3 guard from Wayne City, Illinois, and Michaela Smith takes a seat. So Rosenberry, Yanko, Seidel, Schoper, and Pal Goodman, the 5 right now for Coach Lowry. Jones, right side. They get it down to Pruitt, and Pruitt goes up against almost a 4 out of 5, but that's blocked that time by Rosenberry. Here we go now. Pal Goodman, 2-on-1 fast break, and that's stolen away. As we're going back maybe through the pass a hair too slow on that one. As they give it to Jones, and Jones nearly lost it, but she's able to retain, and they give up top. Kuntz kicks down. That shot once again blocked by Rosenberry, and the foul going to be called against Sarah Musson, and that is her second. Musson can't believe it, but she definitely turned and ran right into Avery Seidel. So good call by the officials there. So 8-5 still, a little bit of a scoring drought by both teams the last couple minutes as we hit the 3-minute mark to go in the opening quarter. Savannah Pal Goodman takes it to Seidel. Pal Goodman back to Yanko. Shot clock under 10 now. They give it back to Pal Goodman. They're trying to hit Schoper down low. Yanko's 3. No good. Good fight, though, by Schoper. Back to Seidel. She goes up. That's no good. Rosenberry fights for it. And that is a terrible call. Rosenberry goes up and gets no board and is more aggressive. And I guess playing hard is what gets you foul in this level. So Rosenberry just picked up her second, so she'll go to the bench. As Liz Tentley comes in, the 5'11 guard from Peoria, Illinois. So Cottey College basketball, Pruitt hands off to Valley. They go back that time to Musson, and that's stolen away by Tenley. Here we go now, numbers for LCU. Tenley tries to go back to Yanko. Seidel, she'll fire a 3. That's no good. That's Tenley able to throw back in bounds, and Seidel goes up and scores. Great hustle by Liz Tenley to throw that one back in as Avery Seidel wisely cuts right to the basket. She gets herself a layup, and it's a 10-5 lead now for LCU. Pruitt goes up. That's no good. Pal Goodman controls the board, and the jump ball, and that's going to stay right here. As Laura Jones picks up her first foul. So both teams, though, with 4 fouls in this one. So everything from here on out is free throws the last minute 50 of the quarter. The officials calling this one close both ways right now. Seidel, she rips baseline. Got pinned down there. Good defense by the Comets. She's got to get rid of it. That one's stolen away by Musson. Here we go now. Musson just got Yanko to beat. She has to cross up. Good transition defense by Yanko. Ends up in a no-good basket. Yanko gets the steal that time by Pruitt. And here we go now. Yanko dips into Schoper. Schoper fires for 15. That's no good. Pal Goodman, good hustle right there. She gets the board. And they're going to call her with a travel. And we have a very tough game right now by both teams. As Pal Goodman going to take a seat, and Michaela Smith checks back in. Minute 10 to go here in the quarter. 10-5 the lead right now for the Lady Red Lions. So after Yanko picks up the foul, that will put Cottey College into the bonus and send Olivia Pruitt to the free throw line. Pruitt on the year, a 68% free throw shooter, so not the best, but she's able to go 2 for 2 right there to make it a 3-point game, 10-7 as we hit the 1 minute mark to go here in the first quarter play. Seidel, left side, goes back up top to Yanko. Back to Seidel. Schoper's got her sealed, but she just didn't give it to her. Smith has it. Shot clock at 10. Seidel, she'll fire a three. That's too short. Tinley gets the board, though, and goes up, and she will go to the line to shoot 2. As Taylor Kuntz going to pick up her first foul, team's 5th, so both teams in the bonus now. And that will put Liz Tinley to the charity stripe. So Tinley will get a chance at 2, just a 50% free throw shooter on the year, coming in averaging 6.5 a game as she's able to knock down the first. Her second one, short. So 1 for 2 from the line, 33 seconds to go. LCU leads by 4. About a 6-second differential between shot and game clock now as Pruitt goes, and that's an offensive foul. And if Pruitt has done it consistently, the same thing over and over again, just lowering her shoulder, and Yanko wises up and takes the charge there, and an offensive foul called against Olivia Pruitt. So here we go now. Shot clock turned off with 19 seconds to go. Coach Lowry calls for the final shot. Smith has it, goes over to Seidel, 5 seconds to go. Yanko gets it up top, back to Seidel. She'll fire a three. That's good from Avery Seidel, and that will conclude the quarter. Seidel knocks down the three to double the score of Cottey College. LCU leads at the end of 1, 14-7. We'll be back here in just a moment. You're watching LCU basketball on the Red Lion Network. As we play 1 quarter of action right now, the Lady Comets trailing up by 7. LCU doing a very good job on the defensive end of the floor. And, of course, the good three by Avery Seidel, drawn up play by Coach Lowry. Is LCU able to hit their first 3 of the game? So we'll see what we're in store for as we got 10 minutes to decide the first half. So here we go. Smith has it, gives over. They give it right back to her. She goes behind the back. Goes down to Pal Goodman, but that's stolen away. Here come the Lady Comets now. Kuntz goes back up top to Actonese, and Actonese going to call a play. So they spread it out, give to Pruitt. As they go back to Bally, Actonese, she surveys, shot clock down to 10. Pruitt on the cut, goes up, and that's good. So good defense, just allowed the face cut, though. And Pruitt ends up with a tough layup there. And here we go now. LCU get the ball on offense. Michaela Smith hits McClure over on the left side. McClure dribbles in. Nothing open for her, so she has to go rid of it, and we'll reset the offense. Smith goes behind the back, surveys, and Pal Goodman and her are not on the same page there, and that's another turnover. Pruitt gives back over to Coots. Back to Actonese. Jones up top, shot clock down to 10, but that's stolen away by Michaela Smith. Here we go, 2-on-2, fast break now. Smith goes right to the rim, that's no good. Pal Goodman gets the rebound go, and she will go to the line to shoot two. So good hustle on the O board right there by Savannah Pal Goodman. As Darren Actonez will pick up her first foul and team's first, and that will put the freshman phenom Savannah Pal Goodman to the free throw line. Coming to this game, an 82% free throw shooter, averaging 14.6 points per game to lead all scorers for LCU. On the year, she goes 1 for 2. And that extends the lead to 6, 15-9 here early on in the second quarter. Fowley into Actonez. Actonez surveys, they go back up top to Pruitt. They're really trying to hit the cutter down low, but they finally give it to her, and double dribble called, and we're going back the other way. They are very active in trying to punch the ball down low, but nothing's working right now for the Comets. Here we go, Pal Goodman thought about the three and decides to put it on the deck. She's got to get rid of it, back out to Smith. Hall's open. They're just not giving it to her. She's still open. Tinley finally gets it to Jocelyn Hall, but that shot is fouled, and she's going to line to shoot two. As they get it down to Taylor Coots. That'll be her second, team second. Jocelyn Hall. Sarah Musson checks back in. Jocelyn Hall to the line. Kind of a slow start to the season, but she has come on very strong towards the end of the year, averaging 10 a game off of 72% free throw shooting and over 56% and 56% from the field in general. Coming off of, as we mentioned earlier, a 20-point and 12-rebound performance on Saturday against Maranatha Baptist. As she hits her first one, and she goes 2 for 2 from the line. As Sarah Montestioca checks back in. 17-9 is the lead in favor of LCU. As Tinley checks out, bringing Michaela Rosenberry back in for the Lady Red Lions. So here we go. Musson hands off to Jones. She goes right to the rim. That's no good. And a good awareness by the Comets right there. Caught LCU sleeping, but the layup's just no good as Hall gets it and scores. And a timeout going to be taken by Cottey College. 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Red Line Network. Welcome back after the timeout as Cottey now with the ball. Good offensive set, but that shot no good. Especially they had Sarah Musson wide open in the corner and just didn't hit her. As we go back now, we got a foul called on the floor. If that's against Olivia Pruitt, it is. That is her third foul. And that is big for Cottey. She's going to have to take a seat, as we mentioned. She is their leading scorer on the year. She's going to sit for what likely will be for the rest of the half. So Smith set to inbound. She gives to Pal Goodman, and here we go. Smith, right side to Pal Goodman. Back to McClure. Rosenberry on the seal. There's not hitting her. McClure, the shot fake, she fires for 15. That's no good. Rebounded there by Sarah Musson. We're going back the other way. Musson running the floor. Gets all the way to the rim, throws it out. Jones, she'll go over the middle. That's blocked by Rosenberry. Here we go, 2-on-2, fast break. McClure running the floor. She fires from 8 feet. That's no good. Pal Goodman has it. Give it back to Michaela Smith. That's no good. Hall goes up. That's no good either. And out of bounds goes. So LCU with 3 attempts to put it in at point-blank range are just unable to commit, to convert. And could be Cottey College ball. 6:18 to go in the first half. 19-9 is the score. So LCU with a good run to start this off. And Cottey College just unable to find their offensive flow here. Mondesioka, that's no good. Offensive rebound, though, by the Comets, and that one falls for Taylor Kuntz. So 19-11 now in favor of your Red Lions. Here we go, Smith. Broken play, goes right to the rim. That's no good. Shot blocked. McClure goes on the floor, gives it to Rosenberry, and we still got possession. Here we go. Hall is begging for the ball. They finally get it to her, and she scores. And so far, Cottey College with no answer to Jocelyn Hall. As we're finally starting to feed her, and the lead is back up to 10, 21-11. Valley, yep, and she walked with it. So we got a couple subs coming in for LCU. We got Leah Yanko, number 13, and Avery Seidel, number 3, checking into the game for the Lady Red Lions. As Lexi McClure and Savannah Powell Goodman will take a seat, as well as a sub checking in for the first time. We've got Mariah Gorick, the 5'11 sophomore from Fort Scott. Here we go, Smith over on the left side. They go back up top to Rosenberry. Hall's wide open, but that's even better as Seidel hits the 3. And good run by LCU. They lead 24-11. Kuntz goes over to Musson. Musson surveys, couple cuts, wide open. She just didn't throw it. Jones, ball on the right side. Gives down low to Gorick, and that shot goes out of bounds. Last touched by her, so it'll be LCU basketball. It's a 24-11 game. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Seidel on the right side. Gives it up top to Michaela Smith. Smith, the handoff that time to Yanko. Back to Smith. Thought about the 3 instead. Goes right to the rim. That's no good. They're going to call a foul going the other way. As Michaela Smith picks up the loose ball foul. That'll be her first and team's first. So here we go now for the Comets. Coons has it. Yep, she walked with that one. Had the right play, had a man open, but just couldn't get the pass off without taking the extra steps. And that'll be another turnover for the Comets. Right now, that is turnover number 8. So with the turnover battle 8-8 so far. So LCU just doing a good job making the shots that they get. Right now, shooting 33% to come. It's 20. And that'll make the difference. So here we go. Smith has it. Shot clock under 10. Got to do something with it. Yanko sets the screen. She goes to her right. Goes right to the rim. That is no good. Hall gets the rebound, though, and goes right back up and in. 15-point lead right now for the Red Lions. As we approach the 3-minute mark to go. In this quarter, been all LCU so far. As Jones kicks in the corner, Valley goes. That's blocked that time by Jocelyn Hall. So Hall and Rosenberry having themselves a block party here. As Smith surveys, goes right back to Rosenberry. To Seidel, she'll fire a 3. That's no good. Rosenberry, though, with a rebound, and she scores. And a timeout by Cottey College as LCU has blown open this one. They lead 28-11 early on. Timeout taken. We'll take a break. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Red Lion Network. Welcome back to the action. 28-11 is the score in favor of your Red Lions. The coach for Cottey College not happy with the way her girls are playing in this one as Jones just muscles her way in there and scores to break the scoring drought for the Comets. Here we go now. Smith goes over Seidel. She'll fire another 3. That's no good. Rebounded by the Comets. Actonez kicks it over. Musson fires a 3, and that's good. So a 5-0 run now in favor of Cottey College as we hit the 2-minute mark to go. 12-point lead for LCU, 28-16. Rosenberry has it over the corner. She surveys. Back up top to Yanko, but that's stolen away. Valley, nobody to beat. And she scores to a 7-0 run now, and the lead cut down to 10. Minute 30 to go. LCU on the bad end of a 7-0 run. See if they can get this point. And Hall has her sealed clear, but they can't throw the ball down low. Rosenberry goes. That shot is blocked, but they're going to call a foul. It looked like that was all ball, but the officials calls the foul. And that one going against Lauren Jones. That is her second, team's 4th. As Seidel checks in. And Savannah Powell-Goodman checks in. That will put Michaela Rosenberry to the free throw line. The sophomore from Mahomet, Illinois, by way of Mahomet Seymour High School, as she knocks down the first. She knocks down the first. That breaks the scoring drought for the Lady Red Lions. As she goes 1 for 2 right there in Cottey College now. with a chance to cut more in this lead as we hit the 1 minute mark to go. 3 up on its way by Actonez. That's no good. And Rosenberry controls the boards. And here we go, the final minute of play. So Smith has it. Rejects the screen, throws in the corner to Rosenberry. Back to Smith, shot clock to 10. Rosenberry, she fires a 3. That's no good. Actonez, they're going to get Yanko with the foul. And Yanko picked up her second, team second. All right, shot clock separated now by about 3 seconds as Cottey College with the ball. Here we go. Jones thought about it, instead decides to put it on the deck, but that's blocked, but they're going to call foul on Pau Goodman. And that'll be her second, team's third. So with 14.3 seconds to go, Laura Jones will go to the free throw line, where she's a 75% free throw shooter as she knocks down the first. Jones, the sophomore from Greenfield, Missouri, by way of Greenfield High School. As she misses that one, but Valley gets the board, goes up and scores. And LCU, as Rosenberry picks up her third. And not the, if you're Coach Lowry, not the ending to the quarter that you wanted to see, especially after a 17-point advantage, as she's able to convert there to cut the lead down to 7, 29-22. Here we go. Shot clock turned off. Got to put up something. Pau Goodman, she fires a 2. That's no good, and that will conclude the first half of play. The score at half, Cottey College 22, LCU 29. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Red Line Network. And welcome to the second half of action. Just a quick little scoring breakdown for both teams. Taylor Kuntz for Cottey has 2. Sarah Musson with 3. Laura Jones with 3. Olivia Pruitt with 6. And Jada Valley has 8 points right now to lead the way for the Comets with 22. And for LCU at the moment, Leah Yanko's got 2. Savannah Powell-Goodman has 2. Michaela Smith with 1. Michaela Rosenberry with 3. And Jocelyn, that is the foul total. That is definitely not the point total. So my mistake there as we go through back to the action on the court. All right. Either way, we play on. So we start off with a Cottey College ball to begin the half. As that's stolen away by Powell-Goodman. We're going back the other way. 2-on-2 fast break. And she'll slow it up. And that's going to be last out of bounds, last touched by Michaela Rosenberry as we're having some clock issues. So we're going to pause the activities and make sure everything is squared away. Gotta love technical difficulties on the final home game of the year. And while we got a break in the action, joining me right now, Henry. Baseball is upon us. It's coming up. What do you, as a baseball player yourself, what do you predict? What's upcoming right now for the LCU baseball team?
Well, obviously, first game day, just a week away now. It's supposed to be played at our field. Not looking too good with the conditions. There's still snow on the ground. But looking for a really young, talented squad to come out and impress some people this year, Jared.
And I'm definitely excited. I know right now your Brew Crew and my Reds can't do anything with the MLB lockout. So, you know what? It's good to see. It's going to be good to see some baseball being played. So, exactly. I'm looking forward to it as we go back to the action as we got the clock mishaps underway. Shot clock down to 10, but the 3 is going to be put up. Is good. Right time by Sarah Montestioca. And the lead cut down to just 4 now, 29-25. So LCU, it didn't end the half too strong, so like to see them come out in the fourth quarter as Hall was wide open, just couldn't hit her on the double team, but shot clock down to 10. Powell-Goodman goes back to Smith. Shot clock down to 3. Got to do something with it. Smith walked with it. Hall frustrated. She was open the entirety of that possession, but nobody even looked her way. We go back down. That'll be, a turnover for the Red Lions. So now Cottey College with a chance to make this a one-possession ball game. As that shot goes up, no good. Hall controls the board. Powell-Goodman has it, and we're controlled underway. As we're going to pause the gameplay, trying to get the clock mishaps under control. We've done this a couple times throughout the year where the clock will turn off and back on a couple times. As the officials talking it over, trying to make sure everything is squared away and ready to go. So as they finally got the officials talking over, they're going to put 24 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be LCU basketball, 8:39 to go in the third quarter. They hold on to a 4-point lead. Shot clock at 20. Here we go. As LCU overloads the right side of the floor, Smith runs it in, trying to get a Rosenberry. Rosenberry has to throw it out. Hall, as the shot is up, and the clock mishaps continue. We'll take a second to pause. So hopefully, knock on wood, we got the shot clock figured out. And we go back to play. So Yanko just lost it. Smith able to retain control of it. But here we go. Powell Goodman to three. That is in and out. Rebounded by Actonez. Actonez with a full head of steam looking to push. But she passes it up top. Pruitt has it. Pruitt goes right down to the middle. They give it to the corner to Valley. Back to Pruitt. And here comes Cottey. Actonez had Valley open in the corner on the curl, just didn't hit her as she just goes in herself. It is able to score, and the lead after LCU led this game at one point by 17. Right now, only holding on to a 2-point advantage, 29-27. Yanko with the ball up top. They give to Powell Goodman in the corner to Rosenberry. Smith has it. Shot clock down to 5. Smith going to go right to the rim, and she scores. So that's the answer right there to extend the lead back to 4, 31-27. Pruitt. She's got to be careful. She's got 3 fouls in this one. Don't want to pick up the 4th this early on in the second quarter. They give to Valley, but that is going to be called a jump ball. It's going to stay right here with 13 seconds on the shot clock. So they get the ball in. They go right back in the quarter, but that's stolen away. Michaela Rosenberry being very active on the defensive end tonight for the Red Lions as they pass right move as right there Hall had her sealed, but the pass sails over her head out of bounds. And that'll be another turnover by the Lady Red Lions. As the clock woes continue. And at home, if you believe in the power of prayer, we could use some for our clock the rest of the game as we got about 16 minutes and 45 seconds of game time left, and we could use all the help we can get. Here we go. Back to the action. Valley goes right to the middle. Good drive and bucket to cut the lead back down to 2. And Valley's not the tallest girl on the floor, but she has been very effective around the rim tonight. Smith has it. Nearly had it taken away. Spins back, and she walked with it. So that'll be a turnover for the Red Lions. And now Cottey College with the chance to either tie or take the lead here with 6 minutes remaining in the third. Valley, ball on the left side. Dribbles baseline, spins back, tries to fit it in down low, but that's stolen away. And a jump ball is going to go back in the favor of the Red Lions. So sub coming in. Checking in for the first time in the second half is Annabelle Schoper, as Haw will take a seat. So here we go now, 31-29, 5:45 to go here in the third quarter. Smith on the right side. Gives to Rosenberry in the top of the key. They reverse it down to Yanko. Schoper's got her sealed. She goes right back up, has to get rid of it. Smith goes back middle. Lowers the shoulder. Wild shot, no good. And here come the Comets. Actonez. They hit Valley on the cut. And Valley's just met in the trees by LCU. Ball goes out of bounds, going to stay right here. So Valley has it. And after the mile walk she took to the basket, the shot's no good. It goes out of bounds. So neither team now really finding their offensive flow as we hit the 5-minute mark. So we're halfway to go in the first quarter. Or excuse me, in the third quarter. Yanko gives to Smith on the left side. Schoper sets a screen. They give it back to Yanko. Pal Goodman has it. Shot clock under 10. Cottey doing a good job on the defensive end right now. Smith runs off the Schoper screen. Rosenberry has to fire a three. That's no good. And a shot clock violation called. Excellent defense on that possession by the Comets. Hey, Coach Lowry seen enough. He's going to call a full timeout, which means we'll take a break. Back here in just a moment on the Red Line Network. And coming out of the timeout, Coach Larry not pleased with the way his squad is going in this one, as it is a very slow start here in the quarter as Cottey's outscored LCU 7-2, and LCU holding on to a 2-point advantage as we play on. Here we go. As Montiosa has to do something with it, lobs it up. That's no good. Rebounded by Savannah Powell Goodman, and here come the Red Lions. Tanley wide open under the basket, still open, and they can't find her. They go down low to Schoper. Schoper turns and fires, and yep, correct call there. She drug her pivot foot.
Clock.
as that'll be another turnover called against the Lady Red Lions. LCU just picked up their 15th turnover of the game. They currently trail right there as the three-point shot up its way. And Cottey College, after the banked-in three, has their first lead of the game, 32-31. Tenley has it in the high post. Gives it to Pau Goodman. Pau Goodman has to get rid of it. Gives to Smith. Smith goes right to the rim. Gives it Tenley. She fires. Step back for 15. That's no good. Schoper could fight for the rebound, but it's controlled by the Comets. And now they got a chance to extend on their lead. Kuntz gives it up top. Three-point shot up on its way. No good. Yanko tracks that one down. And Pruitt steals that one away. And Kuntz has it and gives it to Sarah Musson. And here we go. Pruitt. They gets up back in the Pruitt. They run in a little three-man weave action. Smith pokes it out, but they give it right back out. Shot clock down to 10. Pruitt has it, an offensive foul, and Olivia Pruitt just picked up her fourth foul of the contest. And Pruitt just over and over again extends the forearm on the drive. It comes back to get her right there. She just picked up her fourth foul of the game. So Lauren Jones checks in for her, and Avery Seidel checks in for Leah Yanko on the LCU side, as well as Lexi McClure. So here we go now. Tenley, the ball in the high post. They give it down to Schoper. Trying to get it down low, and that's poked from behind. Here we go. Numbers now for Cottey College. Jones just lost it. She dribbles in out of bounds. That'll be another turnover for the Comets. As we have about 2 minutes to go. LCU trailing by 1, 32-31. Tenley hands it off to Smith. They go back to McClure. McClure dribbles to the middle, has to get rid of it. Schoper rips baseline, and she lost it out of bounds. And right now, LCU, you got to find answers right now. Three-point land not working for you, as they're just 16%, 2 of 12 to Cottey's 42. Currently, Cottey now shooting a better percentage from the field, so LCU got to get something near the basket, hopefully to boost some confidence going into the fourth quarter, as they got a foul on the floor away from the ball. So that foul going to be called against Michaela Smith. That is her second. And the team's first of the quarter. So low fouling affair here in the third quarter after a heavily whistled first half. Offensive foul. Got to be called. Good charge taken by Avery Seidel. And Taylor Kuntz just picked up her third foul. As Seidel just takes the charge right there. A great play by Avery Seidel. As we hit the 1:30 to go mark here in the third quarter, LCU still trailing by 1, 32-31. Smith, she'll fire for 15. That's short. Good fight for it as McClure has it. There we go. Smith runs off the screen. And they're going to get Valley on the street, on the foul line behind. That'll be her first and team's third. As we're a minute, 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Smith set to inbound, 20 seconds to work with. So here we go. Tenley gives back to Smith, and Coach Lowry gives the play, and here we go. Schoper's got her sealed. They finally give it down low to her. Schoper goes right to the rim. That's no good. And here we go now. Numbers for Cottey. Valley got away with a double dribble and instead gets the foul Excellent block, or a good call on that end by the official, as McClure was still backpedaling when she got hit. But Valley got away with an egregious double dribble call on the way down. And that's big, but as she makes this one, it officially makes it a 4-point game in favor of the Comets. And she does. 35-31 the score with 52 seconds to go. So Smith has it. Gives McClure on the left side. Back to side Hill. She fires a three. That's too strong. Musson controls the rebound. Here we go now. Jones on the right side. Shot game clock separated by about 9 seconds. Another offensive foul going to be called against the Comets as Musson extends the forearm. That is foul number 3 on her. So right now, Taylor Kuntz with 3, Sarah Musson with 3, and Olivia Pruitt with 4 for the Comets. Shot clock turned off. Coach Lowry calling the play. 15 seconds to go. Here we go. McClure has it. They give up top to that time. Back to Smith. They give to Seidel. She'll fire a 3. That is no good. And Cottey controls the rebound, and they can't get a shot off. So Cottey ends the quarter. They outscore LCU 13-2 in the third quarter. As it's a 4-point lead for the Lady Comets. So we'll take a break. We'll be back here in just a moment. The Red Line Network. As we go back to the fourth quarter of action, a steal right away by Michaela Smith. Smith running the break, has to get rid of it. They give it to Tinley. Tinley back to Pal Goodman. Her three's good. And a timeout going to be taken as we get an injured player on the floor for Cottey College. It will take a break. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Red Line Network. As we go back to the action, a 1-point lead for the Comets, 35-34, as we'll give you updates on Jada Valley as they come, as she was carried off the floor and is currently being checked out by the training staff over on her bench. So as we are just 40 seconds into the quarter, LCU still trailing by 1 as Smith runs off the screen, gives to Seidel. Seidel back to Tinley, and Seidel walked with it. Here we go. Cottey College now with the ball on offense. Musson gives to the corner. They give to Lauren Jones. Jones in the corner. That shot up on its way, no good. Michaela Smith controls the board. Smith goes right to the rim, gives it out to Seidel. She fires a 3. That's no good. And Actonez controls the board, and we're going back the other way. Scoring not coming in abundance in this one. As a 30-second timeout going to be called. And as we're in the 4th, I'll take this moment just to say a quick little send-off to myself, I guess, and that this is maybe my last game ever on the Red Line Network, and I just want to say thank you to all the fans for supporting me after transferring here my sophomore year from Cincinnati Christian University. I walked into Christian Lowry's office and said, hey, I did games when I was at CCU. I know you guys don't have a commentator here. Could I jump on in? And the rest is history. And I've worked with a lot of great people over the last couple of years I've been here, and just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all the fans, to all the players. I know especially the COVID year, had a lot of people tuning in as the only way to watch games, and I just want to say thank you so much to Christian, to all the color commentators I've worked with, to Robbie, to Connor Trexler, the old SID, just everyone involved with this program. Just want to say thank you so much. I'll miss you guys a lot as we goes back to the action. Cottey College still with the ball, 35-34, as Jones goes up. That shot no good. Michaela Smith has it, and we're going back the other way. Smith, she goes coast to coast, and she scores to give LCU back the 1-point lead. Nobody picking up Jones over in the corner. She goes right to the middle. Her shot up is no good, but she is fouled, and she's going to go to the charity stripe to shoot a pair of free throws. That foul picked up by Jocelyn Hall. She picks up her second, team's first. Is Jones able to knock down the first? As we're getting the clock in order. As she goes 2 for 2 from the line. As we're going to get the clock back in order. As we welcome back to the action as the clock woes continue tonight here in the Laughlin Center. And coming out of the technical timeout, looks like we got the clock back underway as we knock on wood for that one. LCU, after the 2 made free throws, trailing by 1. As the ball going to stay on this end of the floor after the jump ball. As LCU got 17 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Here we go. Smith has it. 10 seconds to go. Smith going to go right to the rim, and she is fouled, and will go to the line to shoot 2. As that foul is going to be called on Sarah Montesioca. That is her first and team's first of the quarter, and that will put Michaela Smith to the free throw line. As she's able to knock down the first to tie the game up at 37 apiece. Second one up on its way, no good. Tenley gets the O board, though, and that's a fresh 20 seconds to work with. Hall wide open down low. They give it to Yanko. High post to Tenley. Tenley finally gets it down low to Jocelyn Hall. She goes right back to Tenley. Shot clock down to 3. Tenley goes right to the board. Shot is blocked, and that's a turnover going the other way. And that shot is good by Taylor Kuntz. The tie's broken. Cottey leads by 2, 39-37. Yanko gives to Smith. They go back to Smith. Hall calling for it, just not giving it to her as they give it to Powell Goodman. Powell Goodman goes up. That shot no good. As Cottey has it. And right now, Cottey looking like the more in-control team at the moment as that 3 up on its way is good by Lauren Jones. 42-37, the lead now for the Comets. Coach Lowry telling the team to settle down near Yanko wisely, slowing the pace up. As we have 6:30 to go, Cottey leads 42-37. Tenley gives back to Powell Goodman. She fires a 3. That's no good. As Musson controls the board, and we're going back the other way. Jones, another one. Way strong on that one. Yanko gets the board, and we're going back in favor of LCU. Smith goes right to the rim. That's no good. And they're going to say out of bounds. Last touch by Comets. That's going to stay right here. As we got a sub coming in for County College, Darren Acton is checking in, as well as Michaela Rosenberry for LCU. As Coach Lowry calls time, 30-second timeout. We'll take a break. Back here in just a moment on the Red Line Network. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, after the timeout. Tenley goes right to the rim, but that shot no good. As Montesioca throws it off of Liz Tenley. As Lauren Jones checks back in, it'll be Cottey College ball with 5:54 remaining. Here we go. Pruitt gives it right down low to Kuntz. Kuntz has to throw it to the cutting Montesioca. That's no good. Tenley, good rebound now, and numbers now for the Red Lions. Tinley goes to Smith on the right side. Back to Tinley. Tinley gives to Pal Goodman. She thought about it. Instead goes right to the rim. That shot is blocked. Here we go now. 3-on-1 fast break for the Comets. Jones goes over. That's blocked by Tinley. And, oh my gosh, Cottey. They're saying it's Cottey basketball. And if that stands, that is a terrible call. And that is huge with 5 minutes to go. And after an incorrect call, a timeout is taken. We'll be back here in just a moment, the Red Line Network. As they get the ball in, Musson with the ball in the corner goes up top to Jones. As Cottey running a play here. Pruitt guarded by Yanko. Goes back up top to Musson. She fires a three. That's no good. Pruitt gets her own rebound, though. And after a missed travel, they get fresh 20 seconds to work with. Jones, that one thrown out of bounds. With 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go. It is a 42-37 lead in favor of the Comets. Here we go, Rosenberry, ball on the left side, goes right back to Smith on the cut, and she goes up and scores, and goes to the line to shoot one more. So good give and go that time, as Jones picks up her third, as Michaela Smith cuts right to the rim. And she gets the foul and will go to the line to shoot one more. So she makes it to make it a 2-point lead for the Comets, 42-40. So we hit the 4:30 mark to go. Pruitt goes to Jones. Jones fires a three. That's good. Excellent find that time by Olivia Pruitt to go to Lauren Jones, and the lead extends back to 5. Tinley into Pal Goodman. Back to Yanko on the cut. Yanko finds Smith. Tinley wide open, but they have to go back out to Yanko. Shot clocked under 10. Smith runs down. Yanko goes right to the rim, and they're going to call the walk. So good defense by Cottey College. Ends up in a turnover for the Lady Red Lions. Here we go, Cottey now. Yep, in a walk on both ends, as Olivia Pruitt struggling to find her rhythm in this one. So Sup coming in as Actonez checks into the game for the Comets. 3:40 to go. Still a 5-point advantage for the Cottey College, 45-40. Here goes Smith, ball on the left side, gives a down low to Tinley. Tinley rips baseline, goes cross court, Pal Goodman, back up to Rosenberry. She fires a three. That's too long. And it falls out of bounds. So a good look, just couldn't hit it. As Actonez takes a seat and Lauren Jones checks back into the game. Right now, if you're LCU, you desperately need to stop right here as Pruitt goes to the corner. Jones again, a three. That's good. And Lauren Jones has 3 threes in this one. Give her 11 points on the night. as the lead. I give her, 14 points in the 9 of the page is refreshed. 8-point lead now for the Comets, their largest lead of the contest. Tinley goes over. That shot no good, but she gets her own rebound. And that's exactly what you want to see right now if you're LCU. Tinley spins back baseline, goes up. That shot no good. And she's going to the line to shoot 2 as Jones picked up her 4th foul of the night. That'll put Tinley to the free throw line as she misses the first. So Tinley goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line, but she gets her own rebound, gives it up to Kayla Smith, and LCU has 20 seconds to work with. Good find, Smith to Rosenberry, and she scores. Timeout, Coach Lowry. 30-second timeout. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Red Line Network. Coming after the timeout is Cottey with a 6-point advantage, 48-42, with 2:30 to go here in regulation time. Here we go. As Musson gives it up to Pruitt. Pruitt goes to her left. The runner on its way, clunks off the side of the backboard. Here we go. LCU with a chance to cut into this one. Smith, back to Powell Goodman. She fires the 3. That's good from Savannah Powell Goodman. And we're back to a one-possession game with 2 minutes to go. 48-45 after a huge 3 from Savannah Powell Goodman. And a foul going to be called. That foul going to go against Michaela Smith. Her 3rd, team 2nd. So 2 fouls for LCU and 3 fouls for Cottey College. So both teams a little far from the bonus. As here we go now. Musson gives it down low. That's blocked, but the foul is called. That foul going against Liz Tinley, her 1st, team's 3rd. So now both teams with 1 foul to give before we get into the bonus. As Darren Actonez checks into the game, and that will put Taylor Kuntz to the free throw line. Kuntz on the year averaging 7 points a game. She's a 60% free throw shooter. She's able to knock down the first. Kuntz goes 2 for 2. That extends the lead back to 5, 50-45 with 1:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. Here we go, Smith has it. They go back, and that is a foul called against Pruitt. And if that's against Pruitt, that is her 5th. So Olivia Pruitt has just fouled out of the game. So after Pruitt drug Pal Goodman down for her 5th foul, she will be done for the night. Pruitt finishes the night with 6 points to go along with 2 rebounds and 3 assists. So rough night for her as she's a 17-a-game scorer. So she will go to the bench with a 5-point lead. Here we go. Smith goes up over the top of the rim. That's no good. Cottey gets the rebound. And the time running out as they're finally able to get it up as Mondezioka gives over. And there we go, a chase for the ball. Rosenberry has it, has to get rid of it. Back to Yanko, into Smith. And we have ourselves a 3-point ball game with 1 minute to go. As we hit the 1 minute mark, 50-47 the score. Actonez has it for Cottey. Into Musson, Laughlin coming alive here. Kuntz has it, dumps down low. That ball nearly stolen away, and they're going to call a foul. And that's the foul to give. So that foul going against Rosenberry, her 4th. And now both teams with 4 fouls, so either way, we're shooting free throws the rest of the way. Timeout going to be taken by Coach Lowry, 30-second timeout, which means we'll take a break. We'll be back here for the final 46 seconds on the Red Line Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So we got 46 seconds to decide a winner in this one. Cottey College basketball, they lead by 3, 50-47. That is tipped out of bounds by Tinley. Good defense by her. And we'll try this again. For the final basketball action here in the Laughlin Center in the 2021-2022 school year. Here we go. Musson working on Michaela Smith. She goes back up to Atkins. They give over that time to Kuntz. They go down low. Good play, but that shot no good. Smith has the rebound. Shot clock turned off. 24 seconds to go. Down 3. Smith goes to Pal Goodman. Over to Tinley. 15 seconds. Pal Goodman a 3. That's no good. Rebounded. And that is a travel. But they're going to call a foul. Gorick takes 8 steps, and there's no travel call. Smith gets the foul. What should have been a jump ball or a travel. And Smith just picked up her 4th, and that will put Mariah Gorick to the free throw line. So 5 fouls for LCU, so she'll be shooting 2. First one up on its way is good. And that makes it way harder with a 4-point advantage, 51-47, 9.9 seconds remaining. So Gorick going to go to the line to shoot one more. 9.9 to go. That one's no good. Pal Goodman gets on the floor. They're going to call a jump ball. It's going to stay right here. And you needed a rebound right there, and LCU didn't come up with it. So 51-47. As Coach Lowry throwing the kitchen sink into a 5-in, 5-out platoon swap. Right now, LCU, if you can't get the steal, got to get a quick foul in to extend the life of this game. 7 seconds to go, but Cottey going to call a timeout. So we'll take a break. We'll be back here in just a moment. The Red Line Network. .7 to go. As good inbounds play as Kuntz goes right to the rim and scores. As McClure picks up her second foul. So 4 in, 4 out. As everyone but Jocelyn Hall checks out of the game. So here we go. That will put Taylor Kuntz to the free throw line. She's got a chance for 2 in that one. With 6 seconds to go, a 52-47 game. And to make it a 6-point game, that makes it really hard. And a 7-point game, even harder. Timeout taken by Coach Lowry, 30-second timeout. That's a full timeout. We'll take a break. We'll be back here in just a moment. The Red Line Network. Pal Goodman going to go up, and that they're going to call a foul. Foul going to be called against Tinley, and that is her second. With 1.2 seconds remaining. Yeah, Smith will check out for the final time in her LCU Red Lion career. Michaela Smith ends the night with 14 points to go along with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. As Kuntz will knock that one down to make it a 54-47 game. As Kuntz goes 1 for 2, but she gets her own rebound and lobs it up. And that'll do it. The final score, Lincoln Christian University 47, Cottey College 54. LCU will end the year with a 9-14 record. So break down the scores. We got Gork ends up the game with 1 point. Actonez ends up with 2. Monteosa ends up with 3, Mussett with 6, Pruitt with 6, Kuntz with 9, Valley with 13, and Lauren Jones ends up with 14 points to equal 54 for Cottey College. And for LCU, Tenley with 1, Rosenberry with 7, Jocelyn Hall with 8, Avery Seidel with 8, Savannah Powell-Goodman with 9, and Michaela Smith ends up with 14 points to equal 47 for LCU. So that'll wrap things up here for the final time this year, and for the final time as I'm graduating May for my LCU tenure on the year. I just want to say, once again, thank you so much. If you go back and watch this, to first off, my athletic coordinator and my boss in command, Robbie Tucker. I appreciate you just giving me this opportunity, letting me commentate the games, and it was just a pleasure to be your assistant this year, and just can't say enough about the great job that Robbie has done with all of the event staff here at LCU. So thankful for him and the great job he's done. Also want to thank Christian Lowry once again for just giving me the opportunity when I first came here, and say thank you enough to both of those guys and for the great job that they do. So on behalf of Sports Information Director Robbie Tucker and Athletic Director Christian Lowry, I'm Assistant Sports Information Director Jared Glasser, and for the final time, thank you, folks, for tuning in. You're watching. Thank you for supporting us here on the Red Line Network.